friendly. He's always down to talk to you, whether at church or otherwise. He's very intelligent and very smart, knows a lot of things, and he is very active. He's always walking around or, yeah, finding something to play with.
Smart, curious, thoughtful,
energetic, optimistic, and just an all-around happy guy.
He's smart because he gets good grades. He's hardworking because he's willing to sacrifice his free time to focus on just school, homework, studying for tests, etc. And he's also responsible because when he sees, I guess, us acting out, he'll call us out on that.
It was at our church picnic and we were doing the arm wrestling contest. It may have seemed like I was kind of giving you like an easier time, but in reality I was having a really tough time, and so you're actually really strong. So that was one of the funniest things. I was trying to like act like I was having a hard time, but I was genuinely having a hard time.
Is when he chased us around with a toy chainsaw during one of our Nerf gun battles.
One time at the Valentine's Day dinner, I saw Minso like pick up this cup and then he started drinking it. I think like in the middle of drinking it, he realized it wasn't his, but then he just went and then just kept drinking it.
Like whenever like Brian like left to get ramen, like he always told him to come back.
During Friday service, he was just rolling on the floor for no reason, and I just thought that was really funny. I know it doesn't sound funny, but it's just the little things that he does that's really goofy, and it makes a lot of people laugh.
When we were playing Sly Fox once, and I think the person in the middle, might have been Sharon Kim, was about to like trap him, or not trap him, but like point him out, and then basically he gets pointed out, and as soon as he gets pointed out, he squeals and he jumps like a cat. That was one of the funniest moments.
Minson does a lot of nice things for me. I feel like he always has a smile on his face, and he's always willing to go and help someone out. He always says hi to me, and he's always so kind and talks me up, which I'm really glad about.
Letting me get to know him, honestly. He's a very good person to be around.
What's the nicest thing Minsa has done for you?
He's consistently caring, and he's consistently wanting what is best for the group, and he deeply cares about the feelings of others.
Compliment my haircut when I thought it looked really bad, and it was just really encouraging. I think that's what makes Minso a ladies' man, because he knows how to compliment people.
He loves sitting with the girls. Even if like all your stuff is like around your chair, he'll like still sit on it, and like he just wants to be around the girls, you know? Nothing wrong with that. But then I'm like, Minso, that's my seat, because like my Bible's there, my water bottle's there, my stuff is there. He's like, oh, okay, sorry. He'll like move to the one next over. But he always likes to be around us.
This is just such a dashing young man and has such a way with words. Even when I talk to him, my heart swoons a little bit. So in college, the ladies better watch out. Vince is coming for them.
Dang, man. When he takes off those glasses, you just, whoo, bro. You're getting girls all sweaty and stuff. It's just insane. You're never going to see someone like him before. Like, it's insane.
When he handed me Doritos. He's probably the first one to correct you when you say something wrong.
Minsa, we really love you. Minsa, you've been such a great addition to the youth group. Whether it was when you helped out with like with the youth group or everything that we've done, like the small chats we've had about how you're doing in school, and you just kind of saying hi to me. I really appreciate everything and really wish you the best of luck going forward.
He's really cool. He's really down to earth, and he's really just a great guy overall. He's going to do great things at UW. I'm just so proud that he was been able to be a part of youth group and all the things he's done.
Congratulations, Minso.
We never fight with each other, we love each other. We always love having the time of our life watching stuff on the television like movies or TV shows. We always love playing video games with each other. And if you're listening to this, Minzahelm, I hope you come back and visit us as much as possible, and I hope you have the time of your life at college.
For being straightforward and keeping us safe.
Particularly because he's made an incredible, he's just been an incredible addition to our community, and we are better because Minso is in it. And his compassion and empathy just really shows.
Minso is just, you know, like a fun person to be with. You can just talk to him. He can probably help you with like anything that you don't understand, like, you know, like any subject.
Congratulations! Graduation!
Hey, Minsu, you're going to be a high school graduate. That's amazing. You know, my favorite memory of you is when you and your brother went skiing with me on Crystal Mountain. And you guys were just pretty good and really good company. So I am hoping that you continue to be real good and keep real good company and grow in Christ and grow in wisdom and become an absolutely amazing adult and man of God.
I know that your mom is so proud of both of you, and I just hope that your whatever studies you go into, you remember to stay true to the values of the church and your faith that you were raised in.
So Jesus walks with you into a great future.
I think for Sharon Kim, I've known her for quite a long time as we both kind of grew up in the Tacoma Trinity Church. So it's really been fun to see her grow up kind of from like this crazy young child to like someone who's really matured a lot and is really finding their passions in like animal care. And I really think it's interesting to see how much she's grown, especially since I've seen her pretty much from birth.
We have a lot of personalities at church. And Sharon Kim kind of stays in the background a bit. She'll like be on her phone, sitting on the couch, or like in the corner somewhere on her phone, and she'll be quiet. But she's listening.
She doesn't sugarcoat things, so when she says something, you know that it's going to be the truth. If she doesn't like something, she'll tell you.
She listens to rock music and she says OML. And yeah, I don't know a lot of people that do those things.
Sometimes she treats us like we're her younger sibling, and I think maybe God is just telling Sharon that she's still younger than most of us.
She's weird, but in a good way, and she has a different kind of sense of humor.
So I think she probably accepted like terms and conditions for some things, like something random, and then in the fine print it was like, oh, by the way, you'll never age ever again. And now she just looks young forever, and she doesn't know why, but I know that's why.
It's because she's got really, really strong genes. I must say that, you know, her sister, ever since I met her when she was in early college, she literally has looked exactly the same for the past 10 years.
She uses really good moisturizer. I don't know what they sell in Korea, but I bet she uses some in Korea, like lotion or something for her face, and she still looks the same.
I guess the way that she acts, maybe that doesn't help her age, I don't know.
It's the Korean genetics, I can tell from that.
Going off of that, I've known Sharon for so long that I still see her as this like 5-year-old kid who collects Pokemon cards, and it's just, whenever I look at her, I still see that same little kid.
Something amazing is that she has not aged since she was 8.
She has really soft hands. The way clouds look is how Sharon's hands feel.
Her willingness to listen to other people, and regardless of what the topic may be.
Because of her laugh is contagious, and even though it's very short and succinct, and yeah, she watches a lot of anime too.
How she like really is like a person that you can, you know, just like expect a good answer from like a question.
Her ability to take care of animals and humans.
She just went a boss.
Other Sharon. She's hopeless without her.
Her sweaters.
Chicken feet.
Her deadpan expression.
Laughing for 5 minutes straight. Typing like ba ha 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 ha. It's kind of obnoxious, but it's an accurate representation.
Sharon, I just love you so much. I've seen you growing up from like a young age to who you are now, and I just want to say that you've grown up to such a wonderful person, and that we just love you for everything you are.
She's just so an amazing person to be around. I just love eating lunch around her, and when she's someone there to talk to. I'm glad she's always there for me.
I love her. No, I'm just joking. Sharon Kim is what you call it? She has a very good like vibe about her.
I did some activities with her a long time ago. I like you.
For being Sharon.
Her laughter and her very soft hands, which sounds very weird, but you just don't know unless you felt it.
Sharon Kim, congratulations on graduating from high school.
Yay!
I remember you before you even started school, when you and Karis and Jane used to greet me when I came to church on Friday nights and beg me to put you over my shoulders and turn you upside down. And look, now you've grown up, you've gotten smart and beautiful, and you've graduated from high school. Whoopee!
And I, of course, remember you guys from Sunday school and the different things that we did with our Bible stories that we learned, and the games, and Lydia teaching us dances and moves, and Miss Joy teaching all of you girls some Korean dances and some hip Korean pop dances, and making Sunday school lots of fun. You were always a very smart girl and learned your Bible studies really well. I hope you will remember the word as you go forth into college, and keep it close to your heart.
And have a great future and a marvelous time in the days ahead.
And if you become a veterinarian, I know you will be fantastic. And if the Lord leads you in some other direction, I'm sure you will do well in that also.
When she talks about her daily life problems during youth group, they're entertaining.
Eating lunch, Sharon wasn't eating, and she was doing her makeup instead. She got to the point where she had to do her mascara, and she needed a plastic spoon for some reason to complete her look. So she went to go get a plastic spoon, did whatever she needed with her eyelashes and her mascara, and she put the spoon down on the table. We started talking, and she forgot that she had used the spoon for the mascara, so she put it in her mouth.
When I let her drive my car for the first time, and I was like so scared, but then she really wanted to drive, so I let her, and she was driving super slow, so I used to make fun of her, you know, like, oh, you drive so slow, like speed it up. But now she drives so fast, so maybe I shouldn't have said anything.
Hi, Sharon. Ruth, what is your favorite memory of Sharon?
Hey, Jane!
When we went down to Mexico, and she had an unexpected quinceañera. Not in a traditional way, but it was just a gigantic celebration with our community down in San Luis Rio, Colorado.
My favorite memory of Sharon is due to whoa.
She has such a vibrant personality and so personable that people will always kind of naturally gravitate towards her and want to talk to her. And she is also such a kind person that she always reciprocates that and is always willing to chat it up and be supportive of anyone.
I think she has an obsession. I think, like, you know, when people smoke, they have an addiction to like nicotine. I think she has that same thing with her phone. And she's just a chatty person. Sometimes it gets annoying. I'm just kidding. But I just feel like she has a lot of friends that she can talk to, and needs to be on her phone to be able to talk to those people. So yeah, calm down, Sharon. It's okay.
I think she talks so much because she's like, oh, you think you're gonna talk more than me? Haha, sucker. Actually, I talk more.
Because Jesus Christ is in her heart, so she's always bright and she always talks so much. Yeah.
Is that a compliment?
Yes, that's a compliment.
That is a compliment.
Oh my god, it's not even a question. I can already tell Sharon's like mad popular. Like every time I go, yo, does Sharon have a friend in T-Town Cafe? some like white girl. I kid you not, I see her on like sharing Snapchat story all the time. Why is she always on her phone? To be honest, there's that many people who want to talk to her, you know, pick and choose, you know.
She has more friends than all of us, and yeah, and she's busy.
In certain ways, she likes to give some support when you get to know her and you get to hear her story. For some people, you could relate to her story, and it helps out in many ways.
Just her laugh, I think, is very infectious. So I'm just really glad in the way I'm able to pray for her and she prays for me. I really see her, how strong her faith is.
She speaks to others about what God has done in her life and about who she trusts and how it is that she's come to trust them. And she does that in friendship conversations, in table conversations with people.
She'll give her like own opinion about like the Bible, and she'll just like really just show us and like put it in like a good situation, like a modern situation, so that like we can really just understand what everybody is trying to say.
During our mission trip to Mexico, I've seen Sharon help the kids with their walk to Christ by introducing them to Jesus and just helping them.
It's not something embarrassing for Sharon, but there was that one Snapchat story that I'll never forget where one of her friends had like an imprint on her forehead, and she was like, "Yo, is that a Honda logo?" And I was like, "Yeah." That was like an H under the fuck.
Spill her boba.
She never told of her embarrassing things, or it's like I can't remember. I don't know. IDK.
So I don't really remember too, because she's always cool.
We were shopping for supplies with Sandra, and she was holding kungi in her hands the whole time we were shopping, and then like while we were purchasing things at the register, she still had it in her hands, and then in the car she still had it in her hands, but none of us noticed, and she was like putting it in her bag, and she realized like, oh, did we buy this? So we had to go back in and explain the whole situation to the people there.
She's quirky, and her personality is really good, I think.
She's really energetic all the time, and she always has these amazing stories to tell. And for some reason, these crazy things just always happen to her, and she always just has so many crazy fun stories to tell, and I really love that, and I really admire that. Good luck in college.
Just an amazing person she is. That's the person that I'm able to be comfortable around and just be very easygoing. So just thank you for being in my life. I know we'll hang out in the future, but really good luck in college. I'm looking forward to see what you're going to be doing, and I'm so proud of you.
I love you, Sharon, because you make me really comfortable whenever I go to church, and I really love your active personality. Your turn.
So Sharon's a 동생, but she's really caring, and she's really like thoughtful of others. So I felt like 동생, and she felt like 언니. So yeah.
She is gracious, and she's really patient with everyone around her, and she really cares about just the needs of others.
She just seems to radiate positivity. It seems to be her personality. When you're around Sharon, you can't help but smile.
Sharon, good friend. Happy.
Congratulations, Sharon, for graduating from high school. Yay!
All right, you are a winner.
And a survivor, and a person who hangs in there through difficulties.
Yeah, you survived growing up with Caleb and Esther. That took a lot of courage.
And I remember you in Sunday school and a lot of fun times that we had, learning our Bible stories, doing some crafts and doing some dances and some games. Remember Miss Joy with some cool little dances in the Korean fan dance, I believe. And also what Lydia had us doing through our different lessons. So you're very dear to my heart, and I pray that the Word of God will also stay close to your heart as you go forth into adulthood.
What's
to a Mexican mission trip, and we played games like Pato Pato Gallo, and we like splattered everyone with water. And like that one time where we all had that huge water fight and everyone was just like getting each other. I don't know, that was just like a really fun time, especially because it was so hot too.
All the times that we spent together with the pastor, John, Sandra Sandizanim, and everyone else that I ever knew, especially during the lock-ins. That was a great time that we had spent together.
The first day I came back, when my sister told Pastor Sandra that I had to leave my old church and just drop me off here. It was great.
I think youth group is pretty much weird, considering everyone has their own unique personality that makes them so distinct and lovable.
So many reasons. Honestly, I don't think our church is that weird. I think our church is more genuine and more real and more open to questions than other churches.
Well, we had a whole Christmas tree of ornaments which were stuffed animals, and not to mention our mascot Rory, so I mean, I guess we're not generic. We're not a generic youth group.
You should still keep on doing what you do on school, but still, you should put your best effort into whatever you're working on.
Keep on working hard, keep doing your homework, and don't slack off because it'll be worth it, trust me. And also, for those of you who are gonna stay in this youth group, like, don't be afraid to be a leader.
Honestly, I'm so bad at advice. But I would say, if you have the chance to make a difference, go for it. And if you think it's right, try your best in it.
Well, thank you guys for everything, and I hope you guys do well, and I hope... Have a great summer!
Thank you for everyone who supported me thus far, and I wish you all very good luck.
Thank you!